This topic of marriageology, it is incidentally, it is not taught in schools. Everybody went to school in one form or the other, thinking that they are supposed to know it all. By the time it is time for somebody to get married, you get to see that 80% of those things you learned in school may not be directly related to the experiences you are going to be having in marriage. So sometimes it is not taught. Sometimes people assume that you should know. And sometimes some people spend the whole of their marital life not knowing the right thing from the wrong. Everybody believes everybody should learn on the job. But marriage is not something that you learn on the job. Let me give you an example. If a person wants to drive, you want to learn how to drive. Some people go to driving school, right? And from driving school, some people will just learn how to start the car from the garage. And then they learn how to park the car. And then they drive down the street. And from there, they think they already know how to drive. So we see all sorts of people driving in the street. But there's one thing that's very fundamental. They insist that you have to have a driver's license for doing that. Why does a person need driver's license? You need driver's license to be a way of attesting to the fact that you now know how to drive. Not just knowing how to drive, the road signs, the road marks, you know how to respect the traffics and indicators, and you know when to use what and what, with regards to the car itself and to the road as it is, and your respect for other road users. Either they are driving or they are not driving. It's a whole lot of complicated knowledge and experience. Stability of your mind is also part of it. Psychological stability is a very important aspect, though people don't emphasize it that much. It is a very complex arrangement before a person can get a driver's license. That is for driving and for using the road. What about marriage that is even as serious as driving on the road? People go into marriage, don't you think they also need marriage license? Because sometimes marriage is like a journey. Getting into marriage is like entering into a car. You don't know how to drive, you don't have a map, you don't know where you are going, and you don't know the road signs. Tell me how the person arrived at their destination. So if we take it very serious, that person should obtain a driver's license before they can use the road. I think it's also important that people should have marriage license before they are allowed to marry. Some people are just not cut for marriage. It's the society that imposes marriage on some people. There are some men, forgive me for saying this, I'm generalizing, even by saying some men. There are some men that are not marriage materials. They don't know how to remain married, and they don't know how to keep a marriage. And some, because of their temperament, they are not even supposed to get married.